Welcome to Word on the Cloud, where we talk about what was, what is, and what could be. My name's Aiko. I'm your host. Welcome to the cloud. Hey, how you doing? I'm honestly getting so distracted by the weather outside while trying to record this. Like, I just hear the wind, and it's been raining the past couple of days, so it's been really nice. And I'd much rather be just staring out the window like some sort of house cat. But I'm recording this on the day of Christmas Eve. I hope everyone had a wonderful and safe holiday, however you may or may not have celebrated. I'm going to spend it with my boyfriend and his family. They're always so kind, and it should be a good day all around. Let me know how your holiday went. I'd love to hear about it. Now to the podcast. I've noticed when I start to learn new things or see new things that I always beat myself up for not having learned sooner or not having been aware of something sooner. You know, getting better at this now. But for example, I just recently started getting into a few animes. Dragon Ball Z took me a minute to watch, even having been aware of it for so long, and I really connected with it. And I had gotten sad at one point because I didn't know about it until, that point in life. And I thought about all the time I missed being able to enjoy it. My boyfriend had pointed out that I shouldn't look at it that way because I've seen it now. And he has a point. I know it now. If someone asked me about Dragon Ball Z, I could answer. Cue the name 5 of their songs question. And it still means just as much to me as it would have meant having seen it however long ago. Possibly even more now, I can't be too sure. But the point is, I know about it, and I find a lot of joy and connection with it. How many of us do that, though? You end up feeling late, or like there's some big obvious secret that you're oblivious to. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but I know that this feeling isn't one that's light, because it feels like there's a whole lot that you may be missing out on. And you become concerned that you're running out of time now to learn all about these things. Maybe this is too personal of an assumption. Sounds very specific, doesn't it? But I wanted to remind you that it's okay if you haven't learned something yet. It's okay if you haven't seen something yet or heard something. There's a lot out there to take in. If you beat yourself up for everything you didn't know, well, you're going to have a rough time about it. There's many factors that can contribute to this. Your environment can be one. For example, I didn't start learning how to drive until recently. Like this past year, really. I'm 26, and of course that may be surprising to some, but I lived in a city that didn't really require that of me. I could get around just fine with public transportation and whatever else was available, Another factor that can contribute to this is the people you're surrounded with. They very much can play a part in this as to what you're exposed to. And this isn't to speak poorly on those people that maybe keep us in a limited space in themselves. Take them as they are. But they don't deserve the time even for your disrespect. That's just not beneficial to anyone. But it should be noted. And this is definitely different from people who just don't know about something but are willing to explore. I wanted to make this episode to remind you and myself that it's okay to live at your own pace, to explore and build yourself up daily. I used to imagine myself as one day being someone that knew about this, that, and the other, and being able to share whatever it was confidently. But I was only ever going to feel that way once I reached whatever strange requirements I set for myself. Like, okay, I need to know about this anime and this one, and then I'll sound like I know a thing or two about a thing or two. When in reality, you're picking up new things every day, bit by bit. I realized something cool about my friends that I wasn't used to from others, and that's their ability to make you not feel silly for not knowing something. They'll ask, have you heard of whatever it may be? No. Then they'll show you and or explain it. It's never met with, how could you not know? But even for the people that do say that, I can't blame them. I feel like we all feel behind in one way or the other. So little things can seem catastrophic in a way because there's so much we have to catch up on. I'm here to gently remind you that there is a lot out there in the world, and you don't have to take it all in. You can most definitely take what you want to in, when you want to. There isn't a specific checklist of you need to listen to this artist, be able to do this thing, watch this TV show, although it feels like that because we see what's popular. But you can just pick up the things you want to. And I'm not the only one, clearly, that thinks like this. But I want to tell you that there are people out there that will appreciate what you bring to the table, no matter what and no matter when. If you make yourself feel bad, you're just going to attach negative energy to whatever it may be. Then you'll be the one that's limiting yourself. Instead, understand, or at least try to understand, that you started off as a blank canvas, basically. Your family probably had a lot of influence on you when you were younger, how present or not they were. And then you had the influence of peers in school. Once you move away from that, you have the power to do something different. I didn't really start exploring things until I was moved out, and that allowed a lot of freedom to figure it out. There wasn't anybody to discourage what I was doing. Not saying everything I tried became a fan favorite, but I learned and had experiences that contributed to who I am now. And I'm still exploring. There's a lot out there. So don't feel bad if you don't know something yet. It's never too late. As always, though, do with this information what you will. I do want to thank you for sharing your time and energy with me. And I'll talk to you again soon. Later.